Dear students, in ninth standard, you have learned linear equations in two variables. An equation which can be put in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers, and also a and b are not 0 together. Then we can say the equation is linear equation in two variables. Now, to draw a graph of a linear equation in two variables was taught in class 9, but now we draw the lines representing a pair of linear equations in two variables on the same graph. In that case, one of the three possibility can be there. First is two lines will intersect at one point. In that case, the equations are said to be consistent, and the point of intersection of the lines gives the unique solution of the pair of equations. Second possibility is that two lines will not intersect. If they are not intersecting, then they will be parallel line. In that case, the equations are said to be inconsistent and they have no solution. Third possibility is that two lines will be coincident. If they are coincident, both the equations are represented by the same line. In that case, the equations are said to be dependent or consistent and they have infinitely many solutions. Here from your textbook, page number 46, these first three points you read carefully, you will get the idea. Here one table is also there. In this table 3.4, you can see some examples are there. Three examples are there. In that, you can see here ratios. This A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2 and C1 upon C2. What are the A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2? They are coefficient of variables and they are real numbers. So if we compare these ratios, then we will get three possibilities. First is A1 upon A2 does not equal to B1 upon B2. In this first example, you can see A1 upon A2 does not equal to B1 upon B2. In that case, if we see the graphical representation, then they will intersecting lines. So they will intersect in one and only one point. So we can say that they will have exactly one solution. Unique solution will be there. Same way, let us see example number 2. In this example, you can see the ratios and you can see that A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 and is equal to C1 upon C2. In this case, you can say that they coincident lines. So graphically, if you represent that pair of linear equation on the same paper, graph paper, then you will get coincident lines. And now you can say that they have infinitely many solutions. In third example, you can see ratio A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 but does not equal to C1 upon C2. In that case, the lines, if we represent this both the equations on same graph paper and then graphical representation we will get parallel lines. And algebraic interpretation, we can say no solutions are there. So we will not get any solution for this pair of linear equation. Now let us see these examples with graphs. In your textbook only, they have given this graph for first example. In this first example, you can see that both the lines are parallel. This is your third example. This is your second example, and this is your first example from your textbook. In this first example, you can see that they intersect each other in one point Q42. So we can say that they are having unique solution Q42. In second example, in this second example, you can see that both the equations are means lines representing both the equations are coincide on each other. So we can say that here they are having infinitely many solutions. Any point from this line we can say as the solution of pair of linear equations. In this third example, we can see both the lines are parallel lines. So here we will not get any solution. So no solutions are there for this pair of linear equations in two variables. Now let us see exercise 3.1. Here you can see first question. Now you need to solve, if you want to solve these examples, then you need to form two linear equation in two variables with the help of given conditions. Here from question number 1, if I see conditions, I can see the in question from question, if I form equations, then I am getting these two equations, x minus 7y is equal to minus 42 and x minus 3y is equal to 6. To solve this equation, to represent these equations on graphically, I need to draw table. So I have here two tables for both the equations. First table is this and second. With the help of that knowledge of 9th standard, you can form these tables, and then if you represent this graphically, then you will get this type of graph. So here you can see that if we see in this both for this both the line, we can have one intersecting point. In this question number 2, again we are having some conditions. From that conditions, we will form two equations, two linear equations in two variables. So pair of linear equation 3x plus 6y is equal to 3900 and x plus 2y is equal to 1300. And to represent this graphically, I will make this type of tables. You can write your own table with the help of different values of x and finding value of y accordingly, and you can write this table. To draw a graph, always you need at least 3 points for any equations. If we represent this on graph, then we are getting this way coincident line for this pair of linear equations in two variables. So we can say that they are having infinitely many solutions. Now in question number 3, again if I form linear equations, then I am getting these two equations. 2x plus y is equal to 160. 4x plus 2y is equal to 300. And to draw graph, I will draw a table. For both the equations, I will make tables, and here I have tables, and if I represent this on same graph, then I am getting two parallel lines, and so we can say here they are not having any solution. No solutions are there, and we can say also inconsistent. They are inconsistent. Now let us see exercise 3.2. To solve questions from exercise 3.2, you need the knowledge of that table which is given in your textbook on page number 46. First question is very simple. You have to form two equations, linear equations. You have to form that the pair of linear equations only, that you are able now. This first question, and then you have to represent on graph. If you represent this on this graph, you are getting that intersecting lines. So they intersect in point 7,3. So we can say that that point is its solution. So we can say that they intersect each other in one point. And second, for second question, if we generate equations this way and then we represent on graph, again we are getting a unique solution 3 and 5. Now in this question number 2 is very important for your board exam, as they are always asking 1 mark question from this knowledge of ratio A1 upon A2, B1 upon B2, C1 upon C2. Here we are given some pair of linear equations in two variables, and on comparing the ratio we have to find out they are having intersecting line, they are intersecting line, parallel line, coincident, what is there. So first question, in this first question you can see here I have solved here A1 A2, A1 A2, B1 B2 and C1 C2. Here for first equation we will write coefficient as A1 A2, A1 B1 C1, and for second linear equation we will write A2 B2 and C2. For here in first question, if I take ratio A1 upon A2 and B1 upon B2, I am getting this A1 upon A2 does not equal to B1 upon B2. And as we see in the table that if A1 upon A2 does not equal to B1 upon B2, then we will have unique solution for these equations. So we can say that they are intersecting line and intersecting in exactly one point. And also we can say they are consistent. Now second question. In this second question, if I take these ratios, then I am getting ratio A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. If there is this way, then we can say that they are coincident lines, and infinitely many solutions are there. In this third question also, you can in this third question A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 but does not equal to C1 upon C2. If this way I am getting, then we can say that they are parallel lines, and also we can say that no solutions are there, and we can say that inconsistent. Now in question number 3, again we have to compare ratios, and here we have to say that they are consistent or inconsistent. Let us see ratios of these equations. In this, if I take the ratios, then for first equation I am getting a1 upon a2 does not equal to b1 upon b2. So what we can say here? They are intersecting, they are having unique solution and also consistent. Second question, a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but does not equal to c1 upon c2. So we can say that they are parallel lines, no solutions are there, inconsistent. Third question, in third question a1 upon a2 does not equal to b1 upon b2. So here again, as per this first answer, we will write intersecting line in one point, therefore unique solution is there and also consistent. In fourth question, we are having ratio a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Therefore, we can say that they coincident lines and having infinitely many solutions, and therefore we can say they are consistent. Fifth question, again same, we are getting a1 upon a2 b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. So we will write the same answer as fourth question. Now question number 4. Here we have to say consistent or inconsistent, and if they are consistent then we can obtain their solution. So we have to solve them graphically. So if I draw graph from these equations, then I will get this way graph. First graph is there. In first question, a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. Therefore I will get coincident line this way. And in question number 2, a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but does not equal to c1 upon c2. Therefore we can say that equations is inconsistent, and so we will not draw any graph. In third question, we are getting ratio a1 upon a2 does not equal to b1 upon b2. So we will get intersecting line and we will get unique solution and can say consistent. Then if we represent on graph, then we will get graph this way. And the solution will be 2, 2 means x 2 and y coordinate also 2. In fourth question, again we are getting a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but does not equal to c1 upon c2. Therefore we can say that they are inconsistent. No solutions are there. Parallel lines are there. So we will not draw any graph. Fifth question you can solve this way yourself. Now question number 6 is again important question, because here we have to form, they have given one equation, this 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0, and we have to form another equation which satisfy the given condition. In that conditions, first condition is intersecting lines. Now from that table we can say that if intersecting lines are there, then obvious a1 upon a2 does not equal to b1 upon b2. So here a1 is, as this equation is 2x plus 3y minus 8. So here we can write a1 is 2, b1 is 3 and c1 is minus 8. So we will take a2 b2 that way, that we will not get a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2. So a1 is here 2. So 2 by 2 will be 1, and b1 upon b2, b1 is 3, then 3 by 4. I will get that a1 upon a2 does not equal to b1 upon b2. So you can solve these equations yourself also. You can solve in your own way also. You can take any other numbers for this A2 and B2 also. So you try another equations also. I have written here 2x plus 4y minus 6 is equal to 0. So C2 I can take any number, but A1 and B1 A2 and B2 I will take that way, that I will get A1 upon A2 does not equal to B1 upon B2. Now in second condition we need parallel lines, and for parallel lines we know the condition A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 but does not equal to C1 upon C2. So A1 is 2. So if I will take 2 divided by, here I have written 4, but I am taking another number as 8. Suppose 8. Then 2 by 8 is equal to 1 upon 4. That A1 upon A2. Now we need same B1 upon B2. So to write same B1 upon B2, 3 divided by, I need 3 4s are 12. Why? Because I need 1 upon 4 only for this. So B2 I am taking 12. And now C2. Here you can see that C2 I will take that way, that C1 upon C2 is not equal to 1 upon 4. Then here I have written 8. I can take any other number also, that if I take 1 then also it is okay. If I take 4 then also okay. So another equation also here written 4x plus 6y minus 8 is equal to 0. But another equation also you can write parallel for parallel lines, that 8x plus 12y minus 4 is equal minus 2 or minus 3, that take odd number, then you will get the C1 upon C2 does not equal to 1 upon 4 is equal to 0. Now last condition is coincident line, and we know that for coincident line condition is A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. So if we want to easily write its coincident lines equation, then what we can do, that we can do this, let us multiply any number with this equation only, then we will able to write the another equation. Suppose here I have written here 6x plus 9y minus 24. So to this equation I multiplied 3. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, and 8 3s are 24. But if I want to write another equation, then if I multiply by 2, then 2 2s are 4x plus 3 2s are 6y minus 8 2s are 16 is equal to 0. This way another equation also I am able to write here. So you can try your own answers. Now that coincident lines we have completed. Now question number 7, which is last question of exercise 4 3.2. In this again you have to draw a graph, and this way as you were doing in 9th standard, you will draw a table for each equation and then draw the graph for both the equation on same graph paper. And here one thing is that they have asked that for we have to write down the vertices of triangle. Which one triangle? You can see that in this figure. If we draw this graph, then we are getting this triangle, and we have to write down its vertices. Vertices are 2 3, here minus 1 0 and 4 0 are its vertices. So draw this graph. So complete this all the graph in your graph book, and always remember that table from 46. Learn that table very properly, because that table is very important for this graphical representation and solution, to understand the solution of pair of linear equations in two variables.